So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Oh yeah, hold your ear. Draw your ear, come closer. As you are drawing your ear, you're coming closer. Pull it, men and women, boys and girls. Come here. Women, girls, any woman who can grasp the concept of contentment and control her desire for material things have saved herself and her sacred temple a lifetime of unwarranted genital meet and greets. And any man, where are the boys? Come forward here. Any man or any boy that can control his akwabiu. What did I say? Any man that can control his automatic machine gun has automatically saved himself 80% of possible life's trouble. Don't ever forget that Neze told you. So in this video, we saw this young man, but wait first, let us not rush. Where are my Ghanaian people, my Ghanaian brothers, Ghanaians? Who owns this man? Who owns this uncle? I don't want us to fight. We have fought too many times. We have fought about jollof rice. We have fought about politics, music, fashion. We are always fighting. But on this one, I don't want wahala. Well, some have claimed that he is Nigerian, while some others have said that he's from Ghana. So for peace to reign, let us just call him our African brother. So this our brother here just traveled to the UK. I'm not certain whether it's on work permit or on student visa, but he just traveled a few weeks ago. The ink that was used to stamp his visa application, it is still wet, it hasn't dried. And so we saw him getting interviewed and we were like, what position is he vying for? You know, so many black men, so many Nigerians have been getting beautiful positions in the UK. A prime minister, a councillor. I say, which interview is this? Is he running for student union president? Is he giving a welcome speech? What are you being interviewed for, brother? That is how we tiptoed. We tiptoed, eager to hear the gist. So we hid behind that flower. In fact, now my ear they choke out from that glass. We wanted to hear what the interview was all about. Let me play you what we heard. Come, let me give you a tip in case you don't know. If you enter wahala, if you enter gbese, if you enter kasala of Oyibo people, whether an Oyibo person or Oyibo police, Oyibo authorities, if you get into trouble with them, the worst thing that they want to hear, the last thing that they want to hear from you is I'm sorry. Sorry. In fact, it infuriates them more, because they now see you as somebody who is wicked enough to do a crime but manipulative enough not to want to take responsibility for it. They want you to accept what you did to your full chest and face the law. So all this I'm sorry, sorry, boy, now who they be sorry? Sorry does nothing. It is even more like an insult upon injury. So don't say it. That is just a tip. So just like these videos that we have played, we are getting to see our black brothers being exposed more and more in the UK and so many other countries of this same evil, going after smallies. But before we continue, how can I be so forgetful? I haven't even told you guys about what I'm wearing. You know, in this Obodo Igbo, especially a country like Canada, where we have so many cultures and races, so multilingual and multidimensional, it is just so beautiful when sometimes you dress to stand out as the African woman that you are. So I got this beautiful piece from a brand called Regal and Radiant, and I'm going to leave their Instagram handle, email and phone number right on the screen. It's not every time t-shirt and jeans. It's not every time sweater. You should be so happy and proud to rock our Adire and Ankara and go out there looking like $1,000,000, giving that rich auntie vibes that you are. So place an order if you're in Canada. She ships everywhere. Or if you're in the US, if you have someone to bring it to you, you can also place an order. DM her, call her, get your beautiful pieces and thank me later. Let's go on. So yes, it has become alarming. You leave your country for greener pastures, for a better life, instead of you to keep your eye on the ball, instead of you to stay focused, instead of you to think of the purpose why you left everything. You left your job, you sold your car, you left everything and migrated to a new place. They say when chicken enter compound, now one leg they use stand. When a chicken gets into a new environment, it stands on one feet until it monitors and observes the environment. That is an animal. You just came into a new country. Your nuclear and extended family has contributed for you. Some 10,000, some 5,000, 20,000. Some people, it was a community effort to send them abroad. Your family sold their land. Your mother sold all her wrappers and her trinkets. You gave up everything to go out there and have a new life. Some of you even take loans. Loans from bank, loans from friends, different kinds of loans. just to see you out. You pay your flight, you pay your school fees, and you're now abroad. And of all the things to do, of all the things you can do trying to study your new environment, is there any gap here that I can fill? What skill of mine can I exhibit in this new place to turn my skill or my passion or my hobby to income? How can I impact this place? What can I derive from here? None of those thoughts come to your mind. The only thing that comes to your mind is how to go and start defiling their smallies. Unbelievable. Now who do you this kind of thing? They swear for you. For these men to be in a country like the UK, where they know that it is structured, everything can be traced and tracked. It is an organized system. You do not get away with crime like that anyhow. Every identity is documented. No running away. For them to come to a country like that and still behave in this fashion, that is to tell you that they are incorrigible and uncontrollable. They're still willing to take the risk. They're still willing to make an attempt, knowing that the possibility of getting caught is high. They're still willing to go with something must kill a man and go and try for little girls. The first guy only a few weeks after landing, and this one similarly too, just a few months after landing. None of them have stayed up to 6 months. It shows the height of lack of self-control. It demonstrates the kind of lives that these men were living in their respective countries, and because unaccountability is the order of the day, corruption is the order of the day, they get away with it. And they don't have the common sense to know that UK is not Nigeria, UK is not Ghana, UK is not Africa. They cannot tolerate this kind of things over there. And do you know what's worse? These guys are not even saying, oh, I met her, she was looking mature, I didn't know that she was below 18. It was an honest mistake, it was an honest omission. I didn't know. It was an error. No, they knew. Look at this one admitting that the girl is 14. So you knew that the child is 14 and you are still sending her pictures of your penis. You are still making out dates so people can meet and have sex. And you know that she's a baby. You know that she's just a smallie. So it was no mistake. You wanted to do that. That is to tell you what these men are doing back home now. Do you need any soothsayer to tell you? Even if you didn't know of statutory rape, didn't you know that going to bed with people of this age is not allowed? Well, if you don't know of statutory rape, let me just tell you now. Rape has different definition. It doesn't have to be by force. It can be consensual, but because that person has not gotten to the age of consent, to the age of maturity, it will be seen as if you tore her clothes and ripped her, despite you think that she agreed. A minor cannot agree. A minor in law lacks the mental capacity to make informed decisions. That's why their contracts, their decisions are made through their parents or legal guardians. So if you do not know, if you are having relationships with someone that is below 18, you are raping her. That is what the law says. And it's not just in UK. The same law applies in Nigeria. But you know, in Nigeria, that does not still mean that it cannot hook you one day. Better know, if you are watching me, send it to your brother, send it to your sons. Like, of all the mature women, of all the single ladies, your classmates, your neighbor, all the grown-ass ladies that you can access, it is the smallies that you have eyes for. Why? Forgetting that this is not our beloved country where Oga would force himself on house help and Madame would beat the house help on top of it and accuse her of trying to break her home. Where a woman will be gang raped and go to the police and the police will ask her, you self, waiting you find, go that place by that hour now. You self, you for no go there. It's not the place where you will do such a thing and some olodos on the internet will be defending the perpetrator. This is a different whole world. This is a system that such things are not tolerated. I mean, there's some organizations whose objective, like who have fundings, like they have carved out that responsibility for themselves to be going after and catching men like this, fishing them out and getting them arrested, imprisoned, and eventually deported. Now their work be that. So my dear brothers, if you're like these two men that have brought us shame, please repent. Not just repent because you want to go abroad or repent because you're abroad. Repent because it is the right thing to do, because that thing you're doing is evil. Your neighbor has one small girl, 14, 15, 13. Of all the matured aunties, is that little one you want? If women start talking about what they have faced growing up as young girls, over 85% of Nigerian women or African women, I don't know how it is in other African countries, you will hear stories tired from matured uncles that were trusted by the parents. Repent, because not so you don't get caught. Repent because it's evil. Repent because it's wrong. Repent so your family will not see you on Instagram or on Nezeville, because I will talk about you and I will post your picture and video. Whether you are an auntie that likes to go after small boys or you are an uncle that likes to go after smallies, we will publish you. Control your bazooka. Control the automatic machine rifle. Be in charge of your AK-47. Don't disgrace your family on social media because of what? Because actually some of these guys are from decent homes. Yes, some of them were not well trained, because we all know how the past generation were with raising boys. Women always concentrate on raising their daughters and allowing the boys to raise themselves. A lot of mothers made that mistake, which I believe that this new generation should change. The same energy you are exerting raising your female child should be even more now raising your male child. Both genders should be trained well, both domestically, spiritually, all round. There's nothing like he's a man. Women are the ones that pray. Women are the ones that do this. Everybody should be responsible. Now, that can be a possibility, bad upbringing. But it's also possible that these boys had a good foundation, come from good families. But as their parents trained them, they chose to train themselves. And you now come to social media, putting your family surname, putting your face, disgracing your entire lineage, just because you wanted 2 minutes of pleasure from an underaged person. If you have mental problem, seek help, seek therapy, because I think it's a huge sign of insanity when you have potentially consenting adults all around you, but your interest is in the small, the ones that are not of age. It's mental illness. And in all of this madness, do you know the worst set of people? To me, the worst set of people, I don't even know whether I can call the pedos themselves the worst set of people are the defenders that say, oh, it was a setup. They set the guy up. It wasn't his fault. They set him up. See, listen, my dear brothers and sisters, I like to tell people what's up and give you sound advice that would help you. There is another thing we have to look out for before dating or getting married. Gone are the days when it was only family background and genotype and what do you do for a living, source of living that we look out for. Now there's another new thing to look out for before you date or marry any person. Their social media opinions. Their social media opinions. Because what my eyes see these days and what I read these days, it is unbelievable. Cross-check with your man or woman what they are standing on social media, what they are supporting on social media. Go and check the comments they are liking. Ask them their opinions about sensitive, trending issues. Read the comments they write. By their reaction, you shall know them. Do they condemn injustice regardless of gender, regardless of tribe, or they only support their gender? It's a big issue now. You're dating a man who always throws his full support behind any man that maltreats his wife, any man that cheats on his wife, any man that does hurtful things to his wife. Oh, he's the number one supporter of that man. He excuses all the rapists and gives you the reason why it was the victim's fault. Those are a reflection of his beliefs. That is the easiest way. In fact, you shouldn't even be asking, tell me about yourself. Who are you? Nobody is going to tell you the evil they are. It is from their actions. It is from these reflexes that you'll be able to know what a person really stands for. Or you are dating a woman who will support that TikToker that stabbed her boyfriend because he cheated. Or the woman that scalded her husband with boiling hot water because he came back home late. And you see your woman drumming her support. You have your answer there. So these are the people that support and say, oh, it was just a setup. The guy fell. It is not his fault. He fell for a setup. They set him up. And you are wondering, how can somebody be enticed with something that he has no interest in? It's like setting up a wolf with cucumbers. They are purely carnivorous. They will not fall because they are naturally not inclined to be attracted to things like that. So if you are set up and you fall, your true nature was just hidden and it has been revealed. That is exactly who you are. Many of them have been doing it and getting away with it. It didn't just start today. Nobody goes to a new country and in the first 2-3 weeks starts thinking of how to defile minors. It is their way of life that they believe they could continue in a new country. So if you're a black man in the UK or you're a black woman abroad, life is already scoring you 1-0. If you want to tell yourself the truth, life is already scoring you 1-0. You don't know? Nese told you so. If it was a white man that was caught in the same situation, will he be interviewed on the road? He will plead the 16th and plead the 17th and plead all the numbers and demand for a lawyer They can't even try it. Telling him to bring his phone on the road and searching his phone and interviewing him publicly, it cannot happen to a white person. So some of these privileges will not apply to you. You are naturally a suspect. They won't even treat a killer like that. So you're a black man, a new immigrant. You're not even naturalized or a citizen of that country. You're just a new immigrant. And see the mess you're putting yourself in. All that is in your head is how to pursue a smallie. It is indeed unfortunate. In fact, I think I have ranted so much in this video. This video was just one big rant of displeasure on what is happening, and it's quite unfortunate that some of our black brothers are bringing this kind of shame and disrepute to us. Well, I believe that sensitization is key, and that's why I'm doing my part. Talk to your brothers, talk to your sons, talk to your cousins, send them this video. Before they travel abroad, draw their ear and tell them, be careful. Even those that are in Nigeria, it doesn't even have to be abroad. Those that are in Nigeria that partake in such illicit acts, caution them. Raise your boys right from when they are little to understand that these kinds of things are abominations. Don't just give a child the impression that he can do anything just because of his gender. You concentrate all the efforts on raising the girl child. Sometimes these are the results. So guys, what are your thoughts about these things that are springing up so rapidly and reoccurrently these days? Share your ideas, drop your thoughts, and let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're just seeing me for the first time, or if you have been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to shop your classy Ankara, Adire, and all African fabric at Regal and Radiant. I'm going to leave all the links to accessing her down in the description box and the comment section. Very affordable, beautiful, and unique. Thank you so much once again for watching. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now,